My last question is, looking back on when we did your first interview, 2013, we were coming out of the Great Recession, and do you feel more or less optimistic or pessimistic now versus then about America and the things that are important to you?
So it's a mixed bag, I think. I'll start with the positive. 10 years ago or so, when I first started talking about the importance of the sexual revolution to contemporary social and political problems, this argument fell on deaf ears and also laughing voices. It was considered really beyond what respectable society would endure. This was not true in religious circles, of course, but the book Adam and Eve After the Pill, which made that case, was published by Ignatius Press, a religious publishing house, Catholic publishing house. It is not the kind of thing you could have found in mainstream media anywhere. That has changed. Right now, in Germany, there is a book about the sexual revolution and its problems that is the talk of the country. The same is true, I'm told, in France, a different book. And in the United States, a Washington Post journalist has written a new book, also much discussed, about what's going on with men and women and should we take a second look at this kind of thing. This is all very welcome. I mean, second looks at the sexual revolution are not things that were much discussed 10 years ago. So that's a great change. The Dodds case is of a piece with this, the idea that there might be rollback of some of this. That's all to the good. What is not to the good is wondering how far the infiltration of woke has gone to erode American institutions that are fundamental. I'm talking about the military, talking obviously about the schools. To get back to the positive, and in the specific case of what's happened in Virginia, it seems that the slumbering giant known as American parents has awakened and decided that they never meant to cede control of their children's worldviews to a public school system that is infected with lies. And it's not only a public school system. We know from elite education that the same is true there. That might end up being the most consequential development of the last decade. And that might even be including President Trump and everything he did, President Biden and everything he does. If the parents of America with children in the school system can be that united about wanting a better set of substance in that system, that's very encouraging. And that might even have a trickle-up effect to the universities, because if the parents of America have awakened to what their kids are being taught in third grade, they might start taking a closer look at what they're being taught for $60,000 a year in elite universities. And all of this could have the effect of adding up to a reform movement of historical dimensions. So that is very encouraging.